Hello everyone, my name is Iriffana Nadialhaq, episode number 074. Today I'm going to deliver my persuasive speech with topic why we should protect endangered animals. So, there is a lot of news coming up about the deaths of protected animals or endangered animals, but many people still do not care and ignore this problem. An animal itself is called endangered when there are so few of its kind left that it is in danger of becoming extinct or disappearing from the world forever. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, that list of threatened species, over 26,500 species are in danger of extinction. This includes 40% of amphibians, 34% of conifers, 33% of reef-building corals, 25% of mammals, and 14% of birds. This matter cannot be underestimated, and we cannot just let it happen. We must pay great attention to it. In my speech today, I will talk about the importance of saving and protecting endangered animals. This topic will be divided into 3 points. The first is the reason why animals became endangered. The next is why we should protect endangered animals, and the last is how to contribute to the protection of endangered species in a simple and easy way. The first is the reason why animals became endangered. Since Earth began in 4.5 billion years ago, the Earth has continued to change. This ongoing change can impact individual species so that they can no longer survive in new conditions of their habitats. Really drastic and sudden change in their environment can lead to the mass extinction. For example, about 65 million years ago, a huge meteor hit the Earth. This impact contributed to the mass extinction of more than 50% of the species living at the time. The current extinction is most likely the result of human activity. Species can become extinct when humans exploiting the animal, like hunting and overfishing them. It can also happen because the humans pollute the environment or destroy their habitats. There are also other threats to species such as pervasive plastic pollution in the ocean. And a recent study found that 100% of sea turtles had plastic or microplastic in their systems. The next point is why we should protect endangered animals. The first reason is for the environmental and ecological importance. Plants and animals maintain the health of ecosystem. When a species becomes endangered, it is a sign that the ecosystem is unbalanced. Ecosystem itself are groups of plants and animals that are found in the same area and interact with each other. This interaction shape the environments we know today, such as rainforests, mountains, and savannas. Balance in the ecosystem is not always easy to maintain. The loss of one species often triggers the loss of another, whereas humans depend on the healthy ecosystem to purify our environment. Without healthy forests, grassland, rivers, oceans, and other ecosystems, we would have no clean air, water, or soil. The next reason is for medicinal purpose. Many of our medicines have come from or been inspired by nature. In fact, according to the paper published in the Journal of Advanced Pharmaceutical Technology and Research, nearly half of all drugs created within the last 30 years are either directly or indirectly from natural products. And the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services also mentioned that several hundred wild species have filled our pharmacies with antibiotics, anti-cancer agents, painkillers, and blood thinners. And the biochemistry of unexplored species is an unfounded reservoir of new and potentially more effective substances. So basically, no one knows what potentially life-saving resource will be lost as more plants and animals go extinct. And the last reason is for the future generation. Some species that become extinct or no longer exist cannot be seen and enjoyed by us or our future generations. They can only learn about them in books or on the internet. But if these animals are still available in the nature or in conservation areas, our future generation will understand more about the biodiversity because they can see it directly like in a zoo. In addition to being means to educate the publics, zoos can also be the place for recreation. The next point is how to contribute to the protection of endangered species in a simple and easy way. The first is protect the wildlife habitats. Habitat loss is one of the biggest causes of extinction. This can be done easily by not throwing a garbage in wildlife habitats such as forests and others, or by not lighting fires carelessly in the forest, which can cause forest fires and damage wildlife habitats. The next is educate others. The most basic things to do is to educate society about what animals are endangered. This step can be done in communities that live around the forest, environment, or sea coast. The public is given the understanding not to kill or hunt rare animals that live in that region. The next is reduce the use of plastic. According to the Potong Saya Wildlife Organization Center, plastics take 50 to 100 years to decompose. This can damage the balance of nature, and one of the impacts is that the plastic enters the animal's body system as I mentioned above. And the last is be an ethical citizen or tourist. And when you see endangered animals threatened, let someone know immediately or contact the appropriate institution or any individual. So, the reduction of animal species or endangered animals in this world is one of the things that we should concern about. It is not only for the survival of these species, but it also because they play a very large role in various aspects of our lives. Their role in agricultural production to the contribution to the medicine are big, and these animals are doing far more than we realize. So let's start paying attention to the endangered species and take part in protecting it. This is the end of my speech today. I hope you can take a good lesson from what I delivered today. And thank you for your kind attention.